Hello everyone. Good morning. Should we wait for some time or should we kick in?
We can just begin. We have circulated the link, and yeah, everyone will be joining on YouTube. And if someone wants to join on computer, we will be joining us here. You can proceed with the session.
Perfect. All right, everyone, welcome to this session. This is powered by Uttar Pradesh Power BI Club, and this is Sunday series for them. Oh, yeah, this is where it is. This is my session today on the fabric powered retail AI for Data Lake's $1 billion ROI. Starting with me, first of all, good morning because I'm joining from Seattle, USA, or afternoon or evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, making time to attend this session. I'm Megha Hooli. I'm a senior program manager at Amazon. I have a decade experience almost now. Started as an engineer and also have a master's in business analytics. And yeah, first of all, thank you for giving me this chance to share this space with you all today. Before I jump in, a quick warm up, right? How many of you here have a recommendation from an online store that left a spot on? Maybe Netflix suggestions, right? A perfect series, or maybe an Amazon showed you the kitchen gadget you didn't even think you needed, right? Now, tell me how many of you had the opposite, like seeing a diaper when you don't even have kids, right? The story of retail AI, it can be either feel magical or messy. My goal today is to unpack how retail can move from messy to magical, if that makes sense. This is about my series. Let's deep dive. How it's gonna go. First of all, here is our roadmap that how we're going to go today. Understanding how AI revolution in retail and the architecture of success, the pattern behind the organization to win than AI, real world applications, the human factor, implementation strategies, and I promise to give you not just the theory but practical insights backed by real world stories and the lessons that I have learned and I've seen from the failure as well as success. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Yes. Please let me know if there are any questions. Keep adding on. I'll take it at the end. Let's start with the bigger picture. The retail has changed more in the last 10 years, in the last 100 years, right? And AI is driving force for all of this. Think about this. Think about, for example, Walmart. The process of data daily predicts buying pattern for the nearby users and fill in that exactly what the users are required in their store. Or Tesco in the UK, their loyalty card data fuels AI driven promotions, according to that. And for India, Reliance Retail uses an AI to decide which product to push in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where demand looks very different from metro station on the tier 1 cities. Maybe the one who's sitting in Mumbai cannot be same as someone from the very small cities, right? The same way, Amazon is always showing the right products to buy and the right offers to buy. And during the offers, they exactly know what you might require. The AI is exploding now because customer demands it. They just don't want the product, they want a relevant, timely, and right experience. Retailer without AI is simply not keep up. That's the real world run. That was the background. Let's contrast old versus new. Traditional retail system tracked maybe two or three attributes, right? Age, gender, past purchase. That's all we were. We used to use, I remember still using rule method. If the person's age is like 15, then the gender is this, our male, right? For example, right? Past bought a blue, so we'll show the blue t-shirts. That's what not our users are looking right now. Now they want to show us the right, by age, what are the other colleagues or the friends are buying it, depending on showing the current fashion, show them the right product. So now, in the current world, we contact versus hundreds of attribute, browsing history, time of the day, location, even weather, and social media, right? So it's not one thing that is mattering. There are so many things that which are coming into picture to show the right process. This is why nowadays, we see exactly, I was looking for this because I googled it, then I see that in the other side that exactly what is the product that I'm looking for, right? Let's move. So the main question comes, so how do we achieve this, right? With what is the way that we can go for it? Modern consumers expect personalized experience, as was talking about, the right needs and context. That how do we go? The traditional model only could capture some rules, but we have deep learning nowadays uncover the hidden pattern. An example, Netflix does not just see you watch three comedies, it knows you watch them at 10 p.m. or a weekday on your phone, right? It's not on your TV or a laptop. That context predicts that you will watch next, whether which comedy show that you might be watching, on the what language that you are watching, what is that previously, which comedy actors that you saw. So depending on that, it if you yeah, if you have seen certain things, that it show you the right thing. And adding on, if it's 35 degrees Celsius in Delhi, you're browsing from mobile, the system shows cold beverages, not winter jackets, right? So that's how the AI is making sure that they remember what is happening. And for example, the Zara analyzes online browsing in sources, then design a new collection in just within 3 weeks. Competitors might take 6 months, right? So always comes towards that who is moving faster. It also gives them the hype of the personalization is moving beyond segments, like especially for the young professionals or parents. Instead it treats each customer as a segment of one. Before that we just met by gender or my location or by certain age categories, or it can be anything. uh, Treating every customer as a different segment has pays off in retail. Retail reports in the current markets 20 to 30% increase in conversion rate, right? Than before. Customer lifetime value goes because of the loyalty uh, demands that you are reaching out to them. Churn decreases because the experience feels relevant and human, because you were thinking about it when we give you. Let me ask you that when you get an irrelevant notification, what do you do? Right? I personally, I would just ignore it. I would close the app and I would never go. As like, why are you showing me something that I don't need? But exactly opposite, when you need something and Amazon shows you that, hey, this is what you were looking for it, then you're like, oh yeah, I didn't get the time to do it, and then you just go buy it, right? That's the different edge to show you the difference. When I was talking about the deep learning, how it is shining now, it captures the complex patterns traditional system which usually misses. For going for the food industry, right? Domino's uses an AI that factors in weather. If it is raining heavily, the customer are more likely to order a comfort food like pizza. The system proactively pushes coupons for hot food delivery, right? The context matters: time, device, location, search intent. Without content, personalized feels random. With it, the customer feels more understood why exactly they are looking for, right? So understanding that pattern, understanding the human behavior and traditional approach will avoid the defects, and it gives exactly what are we looking for, right? Moving on, the here is a gap, right? Enthusiasm is universal, but ROI is rare, is what I say. Some brands like Zara, Amazon, Walmart achieve transformative gains. We are getting it right. Others, some of the new apps that we see, they are struggle to break even. The lesson that I would say is AI cannot be treated as a side project. It must be strategic capability. You should exactly know what you're building on, not because the trend is going on. Everyone is building AI, so I'll start building AI, right? Everyone is doing some patterns, some analysis. Why don't I do it? That will not give you any results. It's important to know strategically what are you trying to achieve from it, right? What are you trying to know from the data that you have it from your user? That comes a very big patterns here. So important to know why do you need that. Ah, here is a reality check, right? Most companies are excited, as I was saying. Few succeed. Why? Because they focus on model, not the architecture, right? The true success requirement requires strategic alignment. AI must solve business problems, not just to be shiny and big words, what it is talking about. And invest in data plus the customer, right? It is very important. We cannot dump in wrong data or biased data, is what I would say. That I cannot just dump in one gender and one weather data to say that a feed in data, then I build a strategy. That is not gonna how it's gonna work. It's very, very, very important we have the right data. And cross functional buy in. It's different gender, different people, different industry, different things. Cross functional is very important. And also how cross functionally you interact with technology, talent, and organizational changes, right? With that, scalable and clean data infrastructure. So when we start any of the AI, these are the rules that I feel that you have to be strategic vision, and you have to have the long term commitment, focusing on that what is the transformation and what is the quick fixes you are giving. And for example, as I was saying, right, we know that the notification is wrong, I'm closing it, I'm not logging into app, but they're not fixing the notification, then it's a problem. uh, Working, like some of the teams that I've seen, is the data scientists are not working with developers. They built all together an AI, but it is not matching with UI because they've never worked with AI UI team, right? So it's important to organizationally you collaborate with everyone and align and work towards the right data, then we will be able to achieve. Yeah, yes. Some of the more gaps are that we see is in the real world applications and inventory management. How there are advanced model incorporate diverse factors, including the historical sales data, seasonal patterns, weather forecast, economic. You can always get it from the online that we have, but some of them which you already know your users, you have the data, utilize them it well, right? It's important that what you're doing. Proven areas as inventory and optimization, real-time analytics, IoT integration, and I say catalysts for transformation. Uh, for to give my own company, Amazon used AI forecasting during the Prime Day. In the last year, in the paper that we can see that we avoided around 1.5 million excess unit for home category. How do we did it? So we predicted that the user can buy during the Prime Day. You will be browsing it. We know that you might buy what kind of category. For example, Costco applies AI for cutting the waste, right? They know how many users can come, how many users can go. And local events, like, even you stock depending on that last year, how many people that brought up for, even for this event, you would see the pattern from last 5 Sundays, how many people have showed up. So we predict to see that how many people can join. If it is a live event, we would accordingly buy a food or whatever, right? So that we don't waste it. Operational is for AI. I personally feel it has solved so many problems. We keep pushing everything into the fulfillment center or warehouses. Now we know what our users are want and how many products we need to buy and keep in so that we deliver at the right time. Customer experience in enhancement, right? I would say that it's important to see the behavior of data and the history that they have gotten and demographics and real-time context. And majorly, logistic is where AI literally moves the world, right? FedEx reroutes the real time when storm sets. And we have seen during the COVID, our total product suggestions has changed, right? The masks are majorly, and we were getting health tips, and the same way, the especially logistic companies like Flipkart, Walmart, Amazon, they predicted the delays and assigns the pattern to share with the customer that how it's going to go, depending on how actually what is happening in the current world. There are sensors that we use to predict before that, is the driver going to be delayed to give you the package because maybe something wrong with his car we detected from where he stopped, for example, right? It tracks the delivery dynamics, weather, what is happening, and it is making our patterns faster delivery and higher trust and lower cost for our users. The most visible piece for customer experience is how human touch is. For example, in traditional way, I would go to the store, I would try on to see that if I want this cloth, or I would go to the laptop and, for example, I want to buy a laptop, I would go check on all the features and buy, or I want to buy a specs. But now the world has changed, right? We don't have so much of time. So, for example, Lenskart has put in like click a picture and see, it gives you how you would look on the image because now the world has changed. We want to see that how we look on our photos. So, clicking on that pictures, it just gives you so much of human touch. The AI also has given you the human feeling for also like the all a lot clothing industry, for example, has made a 3D, right? How it would fit you with the clothes. And for example, Sephora's virtual AI try on, even though this is one industry that everyone said that they cannot do it. They have to go for offline sales is cosmetic. But even virtual AI is doing amazing work with Sephora, or IKEA's AR apps lets you place your furniture at home. So we all are going for the IKEA, even though it is online. This is how retail brand creates an experience that almost feels magical, right? We don't need a human. We can just go and rely on our apps. And I think I'm shifted for sure for the online shopping than going and wasting our times on that. Yes, critical organization learning practices. Here is a myth. AI is 90% technology, right? You have to know a lot about tech and invest in them, and then only you can do it. The reality is only 50% of technology, 50% is what I say culture. Brand that are succeeded build experiential culture, not fear of failure, right? It's like Amazon always says that try on, put it into go to the that is the industry that I'm in, or any of the startups, they go very faster to see how it is going. But the fear of failure will never move us into the technology. If the brands would have said that, hey, people want to come to the store and see, then we would not have had in the online store. So it's important that we leave the fear and we trial and see that if our users are actually liking it. It's important to give our users what exactly when they're not even looking for it. They involve cross-functional teams to see, understand between IT, operation, marketing, finance, leadership, right? It's not only one. So there can be gap in operations, there might not be gap in marketing, for example, right? They're happy to market it. Or you have put something marketing, don't have a time for it. It's important that we evolve all the people and all the culture as well. And keep learning. When we say that, we keep saying that to ourselves, but it's important AI keep learning from the data. If it somebody says for a certain region and certain this is not matching, then AI need to learn that we should not give such a recommendation to the next user nearby. So being that starting that, keeping our AI always learning and implementing the things that our user is very important. So that's why we are willing to redesign the process, not just the tools, right? We are willing to go for it. As I was saying, the cosmetic industry, AI try-ons, right? In the online try-ons, after they did only after training their own staff, when the staff is very confident to say that, oh, our 100% are sure customer will adopt, because even being a staff, you are also the user. You know what is happening. So that nowadays we do A/B testing, or we do internal, company level testing that we do it. A/B testing is really helpful. That I've always felt that, because we know when we go on the pilots, few customers how they are reacting to it. So I would strongly suggest that. For practice of the success, right? For collaborative workplace, controlled experimentations and cross-function collaboration, continuous learning, and ethical framework, right? It's important. The traditional slot between data science, business analytics, IT, and business stakeholders enables more effective collaboration on AI initiatives. And with that, it also makes the risk management framework and enabling the organization to balance innovation with control. Not going crazy on AI, right? Just because you want to bring in, make sure that we consider all the four drives for the success. Yes, responsibilities. This is where it gets tricky. By what we always say, with great power comes a great responsibility, right? Imagine biased algorithm, recommended unfair pricing, right? The what would happen? The reputation disasters, brand just you don't want to buy it. When I say unfair pricing, everyone is selling it for 20, you're selling it for 100. You know how our currently market goes. It goes crazy to say that, hey, nobody's going to buy it because the price is crazy. The reputation is gone. Nobody wants to buy you, even though if you make it for $20 to $10. So it's with that, there are other factors comes in, right? Brand must ensure, I say must, privacy protection, bias prevention, and transparency. These are very crucial. As a user, we have a rights to ensure the data is secure, so we have to have a privacy protection. Bias, data quality, model development process, and outcome monitoring. It is very important that we prevent. And transparency, for develop a capability that understand communities how AI systems make a decision. Particularly those decisions impact the customer experience. So it's important we build the customer success, customer trust. It's in the retail world especially that our customers drive everything, right? So having the trust builds the brand. For example, Apple leads with privacy, even though no matter how expensive it is. Why do we other there are so many other phone brands that we always go for Apple because of the privacy and trust that we build. At Amazon, data is the top priority for us. We personalize the data anonymously, we never leak the data. There is nothing that going. The same way, every company, it is important that you keep these three items as a high priority. And also, just imagine the creepier ads or spam ads that you know that it keep coming, or that one creepy app that knows it's your dog's birthday because they scanned your photos that you celebrated your dog's birthday in the previous, right? So those kind of a creepy things that we want to be as an user be out of it. So it's important that any company that starts to keep these in factor. The next 5 years will bring these. So I feel that we talk about reality integration, edge computing, NLP, which is natural language processing, and platform ecosystem. I feel we are already there. That AR VR is already we see in IKEA, Zara, and I have heard I think Reliance or something as well. Edging computer, cashless stores. They've already started so many cashless stores. You just go, you buy in stuff and come in. I've seen in a couple of stores in US as well. Why shopping? I've heard Walmart is doing that, where you talk and then you'll be still be able to shop. And I've also seen ecosystem like Reliance GeoMart blended shopping plus telecom. They are building their eco platforms. They go in together. This is not coming. I feel we are already there. I think it is just gonna add more into it. The success happens in phases, right? Phased approach for AI transformation. One is foundation. Foundation is the right data, clean data, pick up the right data from the current you have, or you buy it from the stores that we are available now. Data is available to buy, or collect it, or use the previous historic data you have. Right prediction model. It's important that what you're doing, just you're not doing it for fancy words. So it's important you use the right model. And the third phase is going to be advanced AI, implement the real time personalizations, right? It is not just you built it and you were leaving it. Uh, for an example, the Starbucks knows when you want to buy a coffee every day, you buy Monday morning 8 a.m. So before you even drive in there, it gives you 7:45, the reminder for the coffee time, right? It's a real time personalized setting. Zomato made it very clearly. They started sending real time notifications. Uh, hey, it's time that you drank water. Why don't you order a pizza? Whatever, right? Oh, it's raining right now. Why didn't you order hot beverages, for example, right? So that is giving the advanced AI. I think if you follow this three right pattern and keeping the right mind, then the AI model will go well. Data quality and infrastructure. I'd say garbage in, garbage out. Even the best model fails without the good data, right? So it's important you have the data quality initiative, infrastructure required to build that, and which can be scalable, cost effective, as well as specialized AI services. We should not be building something that which are we're not able to afford it. We leave it at the middle of the project, or it is not scalable because we have not built it right. Just it's important to think big than what we are building. Maybe you're building it for 100 users right now. You might grow as in 1 million user in the next month, right? You never know in the current market. So it's important it is scalable. and it has the right data, and right data is fed into AI system, it is predicting right. Uh, I remember reading about this in the article that Target delayed a project by 6 months due to poor data hygienes, right? Why? It was not clean, it was not accurate, it was not consistent and timely data first. So they have delayed it for 6 months. I'm glad they delayed it than giving the wrong details to the user. Measuring success and return on investment. Success more than ROI. How do we measure it? So that's why we say that product and program manager comes in picture. Before we start, we need to know why are we doing this, and that is linked to revenue growth, cost saving, customer satisfaction, and sustainability. It is not one thing, right? So we write the features, or the current work has been written in a way that something is driving force for this AI. We cannot do it because of the buzzword that everyone is using it. It important what it is growing for. Is it increasing our revenue by customizing it? Is it cost saving for, like, operational efficiency, or it is actually saving the time, or what it is doing? Customer satisfaction, is this giving AI model into that? Will the customer is going to be happy if they can see how the cloth is going to do fit and feel for them? Will our customer be more satisfied? Is it sustainable in the current world? Will this go for longer? These are the important questions to ask and write with the right product people, like us, that who would think about it so much before even starting about it anything. So, or anyone in the company that who can do that work. The retail AI resolution, isn't it coming? It's already here, right? The companies that delays will risk their business. They go irrelevant, we don't relate to them. Companies that act boldly gain sustainable advantage. What is your path forward, right? Access honestly, build a foundation, align team, and take bold steps. This is very important. AI is the future, so it's important that people that who are building it build it. Think about it. All these criteria that we have spoken a lot about data, how data should be good, what are the outcomes, how ROIs are, right? So with that, make sure that you move forward, not backward. If you are scared about failure, then we won't build the future. So it's important that we build the future instead of being the scared. So we have so many datas for AI now, which is available free, and we have technologies that, and also ChatGPT, for example, right? Or yeah, any AIs that you can use to ask what is the right AI tool for you. I think I'm sure the AI will tell you what is the right thing for you to do it. So yeah, this is the future that I'm looking, and I feel that for all of us that it is important that we know. Uh, yes, thank you so much for spending your Sunday with me. I know we have questions, but yeah, just the last one. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to hear your AI stories or how you felt about the session. And remember, the future of retail isn't it written by algorithm? It is written by people like you and me, right? Who makes AI trustworthy, impactful, and human. Okay. Now I would like to take your questions. That anything that you have. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we
All
do
right.
have. Let me share it in the chat.
Sure. Okay. Okay, what are the key difference between traditional retail system and unified analytical platform as described in the presentation? Traditional retail systems in the years before, how it was done, as I'll give you an example, right? We used to see the data that when people are subscribing or logging in, I would just see that we used to have a rule-based systems that one of the companies that I've used for is I would see that if the person is in age between 10 to 12 or 12 to 15, 18 to 20, 20 to 40, it's we used to put in a bracket the one who are in 20 to 30 likely in the working age, for example, right? And what they would do is there is a male, female, according to that, maybe working professional in 25 to 30. Then, according to that, we used to, and the retail, we used to give them what are the required items that they probably likely to buy. But now, unified analytic platform will see your history. We are all different, right? The age and gender and where we are from, what is that will not describe you as in a certain category. So every user has been taken into different category from what they have bought it previously, what they bought it in the store, and what recently they look for it or search for it in different platforms. This might happen to you, right? You might have googled something, then Instagram is giving you ad, right? You might have seen it. You have looked for phone which are very good, then Samsung is giving you ads, Apple is giving you ads, right? So that is the traditional retail system that was there before, and now how it is. You can see that difference maybe in Flipkart and Amazon, how the look and feel is different, how fast it is growing, right? Amazon has done everything that is needed for users to see what they want. According to the presentation, what are the four critical organization learning practical necessary for AI success? Yes, the critical organization learning for me is using the first of all having the right team that who can build it, who knows data scientist or machine learning or willing to learn and implement it. The second, knowing what to build. I know what is necessary for me to build and what will be the return on investment for them. I have a team who is working on for 6 months. What will be the outcome, right? How we have to measure the success. The third is data, which I've been always talking about, feeding the right data to AI to see that what is the exactly which is driving force for us to build it, right? Force, the very important one to be succeeding, important to willing to fail. It's okay if we are not succeeding. It's important that we try even if it is not working right, and important to tweak and modify it and go live again, right? That's just what I would say. How does hyper personalization in retail go beyond traditional customer segmentation? What benefit does it provide? Traditional customer segmentation was geographical, or by age or a certain criteria. It is now more personalized way. It gives personalization recommendation for the users. When they know you that you watched in the Netflix a comedy, they know that you are more aligned towards the comedy than the more emotional and sadder stories or whatever, right? Or somebody who likes horror, they know like they like thrilling, so it gives you right recommendation, so we don't lose the users, right? So that's how we are segmenting our customers to give personalized experience. Any more questions that you guys are saying?
Yes, we are having few more. I guess like it's just detecting some spam words from the question. I don't know why the system is behaving like this. Maybe I can just send you over the WhatsApp if you can read it out from there and then covering the live if possible. today, or if I'm facing some issue, would you just check once? Mega, I guess you are not audible. Maybe you can rejoin or check once if you are unmute. I don't like it was just working, and after this fourth question, it's not working for us now.
Hello, can you
Yeah,
all hear?
yeah, you are audible now.
Oh,
Sorry for interrupting again. I don't know what's happening. Like it was coming before. Again, the same glitch. You are not audible. No, you are not audible now.
hello, hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you now. If you wish, like, what we can do is that we can end the session now, and I will just send over the questions to you, and rest you can answer there, and I will just update the ones who asked and rest others too if they want. So before ending, what we
Definitely.
can do is that I would just like to ask you if you have anything to share from your aunt, or just like apart from these tech questions, one piece of advice for the life lesson.
Oh, definitely. First of all, thank you for this opportunity. It was so fun talking to all of you and amazing questions, first of all. And before I end, I would say that don't be afraid to do what you love. Just keep going for it, irrespective how you fake till you make it. So keep going for it. Just uh hurdles will come and go. It is just part of life. So I'm sure if you keep going for it, keep working for it, you will succeed no matter what are the results. It can be good, bad, but one day you will succeed. Right, that's what the life lessons I can go, but happy to answer or mentor if you have more questions. Please feel free to drop in here. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to me on Sunday. Have a great weekend. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. It was really a marvelous session. We really enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you for giving your time on Sunday, a weekend. Okay, so we are about to end the session now.